Good morning, everyone. So, this is from a devotion that I read every day at johncorson.com. And this is from 2 Samuel 9, 6, and 7. Now, when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely shew thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continuously. 2 Samuel 9, 6, and 7. David spoke one word that changes the entire scene. He said Mephibosheth's name. And something in the way David spoke his name ministered to Mephibosheth's heart. I cannot help but think of Jesus at the garden tomb. Mary was there weeping over the fact that his body was no longer in the tomb. In her turmoil, she was conversing with a man she thought to be the gardener. But when he said Mary, suddenly, in the very way he spoke her name, she identified him as her master. John 20:16. John 10 declares that Jesus knows the names of his sheep. He knows your name, and he calls you individually. Do you hear his voice calling you today? It's okay, David said to Mephibosheth. Don't be afraid. It's not what you think. A lot of times, it's not what we think. We think, I'm so lame, I've been so far from his pasture, and if the king is calling for me today, it's probably because he wants to lop off my head, or at least shake me up. But the next verse shows us that things are not always what we think. Because Mephibosheth was linked to Jonathan, David would show him kindness in two ways. First, he would restore his land. You see, although Mephibosheth lived in a barren, desolate place, he was heir to the best land in all of the nation. Here, David promises to restore that inheritance to Mephibosheth, and he promises to do the same for us. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. Joel 2:25. What an amazing God we serve. He not only seeks and saves those who are lost, but makes up for their lost time as well. I'm not going to be able to finish this in this time, so I'm so sorry. I have to do a part 2 because it's so important. God is so amazing. So please watch part 2.